Every individual is different due to their experiences, personalities, strengths, and weaknesses. In the words of Temple Grandin, the world needs different kinds of brains. Hello everyone, my name is Manisha and today I am going to share with you guys a story of a boy who was different from rest of the world. His name is Tim. Tim studies in grade 4 and loves to go to school where he can play with others. But he hates studies as he can't understand words. Every time he looks at the book, the word seems to fly. He started to fear from reading and writing sessions. He started avoiding reading, especially the read aloud sessions. Although he was doing poorly in all the subjects, however, he was highly creative, having ability to think out of the box. Once during the maths test, he imagined numbers as planets and went into his own imaginative world. All his abilities were shattered by other students and peers, who considered him stupid, lazy, and slow. Looking at his poor performance in the studies, he was sent to a special school which was actually a boarding school. This makes him more devastated. He got scolded by every teacher in his new school, till his art teacher identified signs of dyslexia in him and informed his parents. His parents were shocked and asked about what is dyslexia. Narrowly speaking, dyslexia is a kind of language-based disability affecting a student's spoken, reading, and writing. Most of the time people think of dyslexia, they think of seeing words flying or seeing words backward. However, actually they see the things in the same way. The difference is in interpreting the things due to neurobiological differences. The question here arises, what is neurobiological differences? It is a viewpoint that represents variation in the brain and its functioning due to which people perceive things differently. It reflects the viewpoint that recognizes the differences instead of deflects. There are different types of signs which as a teacher you can observe in the students. This include reading difficulties, writing, memory, neurodevelopment issues, auditory issues, and visual issues. There are a number of reasons that contributes towards dyslexic condition, one of which is biological and genetical reasons. The causal model framework considers genetics, cognition, and behavior contributing towards dyslexia along with environmental factors. There is another theory that represents the reasons behind dyslexia. This is called phonological awareness or phonological defect theory. This represents that the brain's ability which help us to use and recognize those sounds. The people with dyslexia faces trouble in making connections with sounds to letters and causing them to spell words phonetically. For example, dyslexic students use STIK for sticks and FRNDS for friends. Dyslexia is highly widespread as dyslexic differences can be observed within the same individual. This dyslexic iceberg explains some dyslexic behaviors and barriers. Apart from the surface that represents reading, writing, and spellings, which are easily identified, there are much more deep under the iceberg consisting of less observed behaviors. However, our focus should be on highlighting the strengths of dyslexia. When dyslexic strengths are noticed and fostered, any person with or without dyslexia can build upon it to achieve their desirable goals. This would provide students equal opportunity as well as mentioned in the Australian legislation under DDA Act 1992 and DSC 2005. The Disability Discrimination Act protects the education right for every individual and clearly mentions dyslexia as one of the conditions that make a person disabled. However, disability standards for education aims to provide quality education for everyone. To ensure we all are obeying these acts, Dyslexic Friendly School provides a supportive classroom for learners at risk by raising their self-esteem, engaging them in learning process by increasing cooperation. The strategies used in such an environment boost their confidence and increases their understanding regarding the learning differences. To make a dyslexic-friendly classroom, teachers need to adapt modern teaching approach of noticing the signs and adjusting their materials to cater individual needs. These small adjustments, such as using multisensory techniques, IT devices at reading pens, audio tapes, sequencing the material can work wonder for both students with and without dyslexias or learning differences. This is a small teacher card that can be used in the classroom to guide teachers. People hold stigmatizing attitude towards learning differences as they consider them less able or intellectually retarded as compared to rest of the world. Back in my hometown, India, there are different types of myths and misconceptions related to learning differences, such as dyslexia represents the low intelligence of a person, or it is due to bad parenting, or dyslexia is a visual problem. All these myths can be busted in the light of knowledge and understanding of different learning conditions. At the last, I just like to ask you guys a question that if students cannot learn the way we teach to them, can we teach to them the way they learn better and understand the things in a better way? Always remember that no student is less. They just have different learning styles and needs. So considering them as differently able instead of disabled will help us to understand them in a better way and have empathetic view towards them. Thank you.